where do I begin? How about my birthday? Early quarantine where corona's started getting a bit and we had our first lockdown, May 31st birthday, and I woke up to my whole family screaming, "Happy birthday, happy birthday!" My brother even started jumping on me, which was crazy. He's like going, "Wake up, wake up!" Anyway, so me and my mum, we spent the whole day getting ready. I had my hair curly, even though it's a bit longer than this. She had her hair straight. We did each other's hair, and then we chose each other's outfits. And then we went. Since it was quarantine, we couldn't really go to a restaurant or someplace different. So we just took a stroll, went for a walk, all four of us. We were kind of dolled up for a walk though. Would you say? We took lots of pictures, and to this day I still look back at them photos. It was Mum started getting a bit teary. She's like tearing up because I was growing so much. It was a semi-big birthday. I'm only 17. The big one is 18, which hopefully she'll be here. Hopefully. So later on July 27th, she was admitted to hospital, and we started seeing a few symptoms that just weren't right with us. It wasn't normal, and she couldn't really take it anymore. But so we decided at night. Well, I wasn't even there when she was admitted. It was at 4 or 5 at night. I was completely asleep. If only I had known, I would have given her a hug. Told her I loved her. So weeks go by, nothing's different. She's still there, but she was able to call and just talk to us, right? And then due to quarantine, we weren't able to go see her. Not all of us anyway. It was mostly my dad, since he knew more than us, and we were kids. My brother's 21, I'm 17. We weren't. He was the next of kin. Let's just say that he was the next of kin. And then I was allowed to go visit, to go see her. And 2 hours before I went to see her, her heart stopped. For 5 minutes. Luckily, they revived her. This wonderful nurse and all this, we gave her flowers and everything. For 5 minutes, but then she recovered and she was on the life machine, and later she was given a pacemaker because her heart wasn't working as it should be. It had been a few months since her heart stopped and everything, and the house feels so dark. It feels so empty. I had my brother and my father, thank God, but it doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel the same. I could not believe it. I still don't believe it. I used to wake up and my mum was in the kitchen or in the living room somewhere, and the second I walked, she did this little song and dance because I woke up. It's a weird thing, but we have a really close connection. But now every time I wake up, Nothing. Nothing. My brother's asleep as well. My dad's at the hospital, and it's just no one's here. I felt everything in my life. It was crumbling. So then, a few weeks, you could say, after her first heart stopped, I had school. And I didn't want to tell anyone, because it was too fresh for me to tell anyone what was going on. So, going to school, it was fun, you know, I was getting my mind off it, and then I got another call. Her heart stopped again. Her organs were failing. There was a chance. Her organs were failing. She was losing blood. She had internal bleeding. And she kept having internal bleeding. She would slowly be dying. And I felt that. We were out to go see her. And I got so nervous. I didn't sleep at all one night. I was just so nervous to see her. Because I wasn't able to see her that first time. So then I went. I'm at the door. And I'm like, okay. Do not cry. Don't cry. It's going to make her even more upset. Just be happy. Just be happy that you're able to see her. Right? So I walk in. She's covered in wires. She's hooked up to so many machines, and she's got the oxygen in her mouth, and she looks half dead. I kept my composure though. I kept it. You know, actress, gotta keep it in. And at one point they needed to do something, and they started moving her head, and it literally flopped. Like, it looked dead. Oh, I'm scared. I still am. When she's gone. Oh God. But the second I got home, I just had a mental breakdown and I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was drowning. And no one was there. I feel very numb at this point. Because not everyone knows. And they don't see a change in my appearance or anything, but inside, not only am I losing my mom, I feel like I'm losing myself at this point. I feel like I'm losing myself. The energy, the spark, the happiness I had every morning. So then a surgery came up. There was a 70% chance of her not making it. That's a big percentage. But there was no other choice. There's no way to stop the internal bleeding apart from this surgery, and if she didn't, I would literally see her die in my hands. And bear in mind, this was during college and everything, and no one knew, apart from a few friends. So then on Friday is when she had the surgery, one Friday, and I couldn't go to school. I couldn't bear not knowing. I needed to be home or at her with her just, it's okay, Mum. I'm here. So then hours later, we get the call. She made it. She made it. She made it. She made it. It was a complete success. She made it. It was one of the most happiest news I've heard in my life. In my life. To this day, she's still in ICU in hospital. It's been 7 months. I was only able to see her a few times. Sometimes I was able to call her, but she just didn't have the energy for it. But we were able to. Her birthday's on January the 1st, right? And the nurses, we got so close to the nurses that were looking after her, and the whole department, because she went from ICU to HDI or U, or she went to many different places, but we knew them, and it was great because they allowed us to visit more often than other patients. And we went to her birthday, we got her cake, she loves fruits in it. That was one of the most best moments of my life. My mum was making fun of my brother because he has such like a big beard, and he was like, go shave it. And we had many inside jokes, and that day was such a good day. She started crying a bit because she hadn't seen me in so long, and kind of matured since then. I hope this experience is just, it changed me inside. Like, I'm not that person that I was 7 months ago, like the whole of quarantine. And if it wasn't for quarantine, I would able to visit her every single day, but it's just due to the pandemic and stuff. And then we've got a call recently saying she's off the life machine, and stuff are looking up. It's looking up. The pacemaker, it's still there, but they have an appointment to take it off, which means that her heart is working now, and it's able to pump blood to the other organs, and the internal bleeding has stopped. She hasn't had one in weeks. So stuff is looking up. I just want her home. It just doesn't feel the same. But I'm glad and I'm happy she's okay. And during my time, I never really had anyone to talk to. I kept it to myself. But just know, to anyone listening to this, you do have someone. You can talk to someone if you need to. Anyone. There's some calls, there's some phone lines that you could talk to if you're ever in distress or anything. All in all, it's going okay. She's going to get better.